this video, I'm going to be showing you how to cut and sew this stylish bubu with asymmetric neckline. This is the style inspiration and this is what we created. Greetings everyone, and let's get started. My cutout here is my hip measurement plus 16. My hip measurement is the biggest part of my body. So you go ahead to place it on 4 fold by using the biggest part of your body plus 15 inches. So from the top part, I'll measure and mark out 1.5 inches on one end and on the other end. And I'll go ahead to place it on fold like this, and I'll pin this down. On that fold, I'll mark out my shoulder measurement divided by 2. Place my tape on the top part and I'll mark out my bust point and my waistline. Mark the same thing on the other end and connect them with a straight line. I'll go up my bust point by 2 inches, bring down my shoulder measurement to that point. I'll connect it straight up like this. On my armhole depth, I'll measure my bust measurement divided by 4 plus 3 inches. I'll get the midpoint of my armhole. I'll go in by half of an inch and I'll go ahead to make my armhole curve like so. Mark out my waist measurement divided by 4 plus 3 inches and connect these 2 points together like this. Next, I'll go ahead to mark out my full length, and whatever is left, I'll just place it on fold like this. You can decide to reduce it, but since I'm using full lining, I'll be leaving it as a full piece like so. On your full length, you mark out your hip measurement divided by 4 plus 3 inches. Connect it with a slanted line to the waist point like so. Next, you're going to go ahead to cut this out. From your waistline, you measure 1 inch, you mark it out. Then from that 1 inch, you come down by 6 inches. You are going to clip these 2 points. This will be for your pocket opening. On the top part, I'll mark out my basic neck depth of 3 inches wide and 3 inches deep, and I'll make a curve like this. Next, you're going to mark out where your 1.5-inch fold meets the other fabric. Now this is for the front neckline and this also has the back piece fold. So what to do next, you're going to unpin this and you're going to separate this. To keep out the back piece first, you fold it down where your neckline cutting would not affect it. Then you place your fabric and arrange it accordingly. Then you go ahead to mark out your basic neckline of 3 by 3 inches for the front. Now on this point where your 1.5-inch mark meets your fabric, you are going to be cutting it. Do not cut exactly on the line. Cut 0.5 inches above the line. Next, you are going to be working with the back neckline. You bring back your back fold and you place your 1.5-inch fold on fold. Then you mark out your 3 inches wide neck depth and bring it down like so. You mark out your curve and you go ahead to cut. You are cutting only the 1.5 inches fold. This is what you should cut out for your back neckline. Next, you are going to measure out the back armhole. This is what we are going to be using to cut out the sleeve. I have 2 pieces of this and this is equal to my sleeve length plus half of an inch. I'll fold in the half of an inch like this and I'll pin it down to keep it down. Next, I'm going to be marking 5 inches down, and on that point, I'm going to connect from the top to this side with the measurement I got at my armhole, connect it with a slanted line. Then I'll get the midpoint of this slanted line, go in by half of an inch. Then I'm going to make a curve like this, touching my half-inch point and connecting it down to the other point as you can see. Next, I'll go ahead to cut this out. Now for my round sleeve measurement, divided by 2 plus 3 inches is what I'm using for the round sleeve. Then I'll cut out the excess. Do not forget to notch the center of your sleeve and also clip the folding allowance of the sleeve hem. My pocket is on fold lengthwise, but the length is 20 inches while the width is 8 inches. I've gone ahead to cut lining for this, and the easiest way to cut your lining is knowing that your lining should start immediately where your folding allowance stops, okay? So I'm going to place my lining right side facing right side. I'll sew the hem, iron it and flip it to the right side. I'll explain again. Like I said, your lining should start where your folding intake stop. Alright, that should be the length of your lining. Every other thing, you cut the same. If you are working with a light lining, make sure you cut it not exactly same so that after ironing you can trim out any excess. So I've turned the sleeve, and as you can see, I have excess. I actually did not cut exactly because one, I'm working with a light lining, and secondly, my lining was rumpled. Okay, so it's better safe than sorry. After trimming the excess, I place my sleeve together and I'm going to join the side. I've also turned the lining for the main bodies and I have ironed it down. And as you can also see, it also have excess at the armhole and the neckline. So I'll trim it out, take the other piece, place it right side facing right side. I will join the shoulder and shape the sides. While shaping the sides, when you get to that point where you clip for your pocket, you are going to back stitch, jump, like leave out the 6 inches and continue stitching down. Okay, you should have that opening there for your pocket. So I've gone ahead to join this, joining the sides with half of an inch. I'll be showing you how to fix the pockets next. Okay, you should have an opening here, which this opening should be the clip that you clipped while we were drafting. Okay, you open it up like this and you take your pocket pieces. You should place this right side facing right side, and it should exceed the width of your pocket because the pocket is wider than the opening. Then you go ahead to stitch it down. After stitching it down, you go to the second side, place the other pocket end on that point, right side facing right side, and you also stitch it down. After stitching it down, you can go ahead to close the sides, and that will be all for the pocket. Next, I iron my fabric on fold so I can get the center line. Now for styling the neckline, you are going to arrange your sleeve so that it can stay straight up like this. Then you go ahead to decide which of the side would have the asymmetric neckline. From my basic neckline, I'm going to go out by 1 inch on one side and also go out by 1 inch on the other side. Next, I'm going to come down from my shoulder by 5 inches and I'm going to mark it out. Next, using a curved line, you connect these points together like this and you connect it into the sleeve. The measurement of what I connected into the sleeve is 4 inches. Make sure you blend these points so that it flows naturally or evenly. Then you go ahead to cut it out. Next, you're going to loose up the armhole of the asymmetric point for both the back and the front. You need to contour this to avoid gaping. Now on the neckline, we are going to measure in 1 inch and you cut it out. You should blend this carefully so that it blends into the previous armhole of the sleeve. Okay, you repeat the same process for the sleeve. Take out 1 inch to contour it before you join. Okay, on the shoulder, we are going to sew ½ inch extra. All of this we are doing is to avoid gaping. So I've done that and I top stitched it, joining the lining to the fabric. Next, you're going to take a pattern paper, you place your neckline on it. Make sure that the center of the fabric and the center of the pattern is aligning. Mark the start of your sleeve, then you go ahead to trace the curve of your neckline and you also mark the end of the other shoulder. Remove your fabric and you straighten up the end of each side like this. Next, I'll just go ahead to make this line bold. Now, from this mark out, I'm going to measure and mark out 2.5 inches following my already marked curve, and I'll make this line bold like this. Before you cut this out, indicate where the shoulder is and where the sleeve is so you don't mistake one for the other. So I've gone ahead to cut this out. I'm using a Mikado fabric because it is thick. I would not need to double it. But if you're using a very light fabric, you can decide to double it. Now, if you pin the sleeve part first and it is not arranging very well, you pin the shoulder as you see me do, and you cut it out, adding ½ inch to that asymmetric area. Okay, so I will unpin this. Make sure you get the center of the other side. Okay, place the two sides together and you join it with ½ inch. After joining this, I went ahead to give it an open press and I also folded in my cutout by 0.3 inches. It's not up to 0.5 inches. This fold will make it easy for you when you are trying to top stitch it on the neckline. So next I flip my fabric to the wrong side and I notch the other end of my sleeve. I'm going to be placing the other shoulder on the shoulder, pin it up, then I'll place the sleeve side on the sleeve. I'm placing this right side facing wrong side. Next, I'll go ahead to pin this all around. Everything done right, it is supposed to be equal, not excess or having shortages. So pin it all around so that you do not have any problem when you are stitching. So I've gone ahead to sew it all around. On the sleeve area, I'm going to give it a notch to make it relax at that point. Then I'll go ahead to trim the excess of my seam allowance. After that, I'm going to flip this to the right side. I will iron it down to make it easy for me to top stitch. Iron it down, it will save you a lot of stress. After ironing this down, I went ahead to top stitch it. And this is what we have for both the front and the back. On that point that have shoulder, you measure the full length of your gown. Now you cut out a band that is 6 inches wide. You place it on fold and you are going to sew. When you are done sewing, you should have 2.3 inches wide. Close the end of the band and the other end of the band, but you should leave one point open. That way you can easily turn it out. Now this open part, we are going to top stitch it so it's going to close up. Alright, so I'm going ahead to sew my band and iron it. We are going to be placing this band straight up on the other side, and as you can see it is just equal. I went ahead to iron my fabric or my dress on fold to get the center line. If your band is far too away, it will not be fine. So what I did was that I measured my bust span measurement divided by 2 plus half of an inch, and I mark it straight up. You are going to place your band from the tip of the line, okay, and you have to pin it from the down upwards. Pinning this is important to avoid any fabric stretch during sewing. When you get to the neckline, you flip it to the back side and you also mark your bust span measurement divided by 2 plus half. You are marking from the center line and you pin this from the down to the top. Whatever is left at the up part would sit correctly and will not be falling off, okay? So I'll just go ahead to top stitch it. So this is the finished look. Thank you so much for watching. I'd love to see you in my next tutorial. Bye.